Hi everyone! Welcome to Souped Up Recipes. Today's video is not a recipe, but better. I'm going to show you how to make any fried rice with whatever ingredients you have, and it will come out better than takeout. Fried rice is versatile. If you ask 1,000 families, you will get 1,000 recipes. However, there is a basic structure: rice, seasonings, vegetables, proteins, and aromatics, in which the rice and the seasonings are the must-have. Based on that, you can use whatever you have in your kitchen. If you only have vegetables, make vegetable fried rice. If you got eggs, make egg fried rice. If you can add a little bit meat, call it whatever meat fried rice. Now you know the basic structure. Let's go through them one by one. I'll talk about the key points and explain how to cook better. I will also give lots of ingredient choices for inspiration. The first key to making better than takeout fried rice is to make sure your rice is not too wet or sticky, because no one wants mushy and gummy rice. You can use any types of rice to make fried rice as long as it is perfectly cooked. Jasmine rice is my favorite because it has a nutty aroma. I often cook it with less water if I intend to make fried rice. This will prevent the grains from sticking to each other, so the fried rice will come out nice and fluffy. A lot of people say to use leftover rice. That is because it has evaporated some of the excess moisture. If you don't know how to cook rice, here is the demo video. By the way, when you stir the rice in the wok, always look for the dancing and jumping activity. That's the sign of fluffy fried rice. The second key to making perfect fried rice is to season your ingredients on point. Mainly is the sodium level, because it's very easy for beginners to oversalt or undersalt your food. For every 500 grams of ingredients, you will need about 4.5 to 6 grams of salt. That is a big range because it really depends on your taste. Different sauces have different levels of sodium, and we often use multiple sauces in one recipe, so no one can give you an exact measurement. But you can calculate yourself by using these two basic conversions. First, you should know that 1 gram of salt contains 388 milligrams of sodium. Then read the nutrition facts on the label. For this soy sauce, the serving size is 1 tablespoon and contains 1,030 milligrams of sodium. Divide that by 388, then you will know every tablespoon of this soy sauce contains about 2.65 grams of salt. I normally marinate 500 grams of meat with 5 grams of salt. If I want to do a combination of soy sauce and salt, then I will use 1 tablespoon of the soy sauce plus 2.35 grams of salt, making a total of 5 grams. You see me doing the math precisely. It is annoying to measure out 2.35 grams. Knowing 1 teaspoon of salt is about 6 grams, I will just use a little bit less than half teaspoon instead of using a scale. A lot of recipes tell you to taste to adjust the flavor, which is fine for a pot of soup or a bowl of rice, but you can't taste raw meat or raw batter. This method allows you to interchange the ingredients without tasting, and the flavor will still come out perfect. You can apply this rule to other dishes beyond fried rice. As for the seasoning choices, soy sauce, oyster sauce, and dark soy sauce are the foundation of most Chinese fried rice. Based on that, you can play around with others. Here are some of my collections just for inspiration.
Soybean paste, sweet flour paste, Sichuan 豆瓣酱, black bean sauce, chicken bouillon powder, 柱侯 paste, satay paste, garlic chili sauce, char siu sauce, fish sauce, hoisin sauce, chive flour sauce, tomato paste. Even non-Chinese ingredients will work, such as Korean chili paste, sriracha, curry paste, miso paste, tom yum paste, and adobo seasoning.
The third key to making perfect fried rice is to understand that hard vegetables take longer time to cook compared to leafy vegetables. There are a couple ways to fix that. You can cut the hard vegetables smaller so they cook faster. You can also saute or pre-blanch the hard vegetables separately. Introduce the leafy part back into the wok at the end of the cooking. This way, you don't end up with undercooked or overcooked ingredients. As for the vegetable choices, there are no limitations. You can use whatever you have. This is a great chance to clean up your fridge. However, I do like to collect different colors and textures to create a nicer presentation and a better taste. Sometimes cutting a variety of vegetables can be annoying. In this case, frozen veggies are great options. They can go straight into the wok from the bag without defrosting, and they cook fast, very convenient. Besides that, you can also use canned or pickled vegetables, but you must adjust the seasoning amount. The fourth secret to making your fried rice taste better is to season your meat separately from the rice. Why? Rice has a strong absorbing ability. If you are seasoning the rice and the meat together at the end when you're done cooking, the starch will take all the flavor and your meat will taste plain. It's better to marinate your meat on the side and give it enough time to absorb the flavor before cooking. As for the measurements, you can just follow the seasoning rules that we just talked about. Another tip for you is to cut the meat into smaller pieces so it marinates faster and it cooks faster. You can get a balanced bite when you enjoy the fried rice. As for the protein choice, it's the same, no limitations. You can use whatever you have: pork, chicken, beef, lamb, seafood, tofu, and egg. Eggs are a little bit special because it also has a strong absorbing ability, so I normally don't marinate them separately. If you don't want to spend time to season your protein, then bacon, sausage, ham, or other deli meat are great options as they are already salted. One benefit of using bacon is that you can cook the fried rice in bacon fat, which is a different level of deliciousness. Aromatics are not necessary, but definitely the icing on the cake. However, you do have to use your own judgment to decide when to add them. For garlic, ginger, shallot, and onion, I always saute them to activate the aroma. For delicate herbs, nuts, and sesame oil, you should add them at the end so you don't ruin the flavor and the texture. Alright, by now, I think you probably have scanned through your kitchen and know what you're gonna use to make your fried rice. However, besides those 5 components, there are a few more tips. Number 1, if you are not in a rush, cook the egg, meat, vegetables, and rice separately. Remove them to the side and combine everything at the end. This allows you to control the doneness of each ingredient. Number 2, use high heat when cooking meat and stirring rice. Not only does it prevent the ingredients from sticking to the wok, but also it helps you to achieve the wok effect. Wok is known as the breath of the wok and the cornerstone of stir-fry recipes. It refers to a smoky flavor that is created by properly tossing the ingredients in an extremely hot wok. Number 3, it is better to cook smaller portions at a time because most home stoves are not powerful enough to maximize the wok effect. Number 4, use a large cookware, such as a Chinese wok. Fried rice needs a lot of room to stir, so every grain has chance to be in contact with the wok surface and create a beautiful Maillard reaction. Therefore, let me introduce you to today's sponsorship, Souped Up Recipes Carbon Steel Wok. It comes in a set with a lid and a spatula. It is lightweight and it responds to heat changes quickly and evenly. It can also sustain super high temperature without damage. Perfect for making fried rice. I have been using this wok on my channel for years now. It's very sturdy and doable. If you want to buy it, the link is in the description down below this video. Go check it out. Alright, those are all my tips and tricks. I hope from now on you can make delicious fried rice with whatever ingredients you have. Although I didn't cook anything today, but I do have lots of fried rice recipes. I'll link them in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!